Actually, just like I mentioned last time, the Fujifilm X-T3 is like around all the full frame this, full frame that. Everyone going full frame, and Fujifilm still staying APS-C. Actually, they're saying, if you want more, why don't just jump directly over to medium format, just skip full frame. But this is a proof that APS-C could be so good. Fujifilm X-T3, and today I'm in Cologne. I'm still in Cologne, and then shooting this with Kai. Kai just got recognized. First, I need to thank you Squarespace for sponsoring this channel. Seriously, you can make a professional looking website with Squarespace, and it is so easy to use. If you have watched Kai's review, yes, we both have an X-T1 to play with together.
Both filming a review of the X-T3. We've both got X-T3, we're not sharing the X-T3.
Not us. Share. We have to return it.
Yeah,
not like our own.
Ours.
No. Philip is just trying to take some photos, street photography, although it's quite not many things happening. Oh, that's the Apple Store? Oh.
We can just take photos of the Apple Store. So yeah, this is a Sunday in Cologne.
Before I even took any photos, I noticed something weird. Oh, I see. So without the boost mode. Without the boost mode, have you seen that? Without boost mode, if you're not touching it for a while, like it turns into this. It turns into really dark screen and really slow refresh rates. This is the normal non-boost mode behavior.
Because my screen was a bit like that, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I was thinking that did I accidentally put on a really small aperture or something, even though it shouldn't be like that. But then, yeah, it's just the power saving feature. Oh, actually, when you put it to your eye, it turns back to the normal smooth UVF.
Power save?
I have shoot with this yesterday for a whole day, and then the battery life, yesterday I have the boost mode turns on. I think, why not? Of course, I want everything faster and better, more powerful boost. But then, turns out the battery, it eats through battery so quick. It's similar to my A7S II, which is bad. So that boost mode thing is that on X-T2 and X-H1, you can put on a vertical grip to have a boost mode to have faster burst rate, something like that. But on this, you don't have to use the grip. You can just turn on boost mode on this camera itself. Actually, boost mode on this camera doesn't make too much difference. It's just a bit faster refresh rate on the EVF and faster AF, less shutter lag, less blackout duration, and then it eats through battery much faster. So I think on this, I will try to have it off unless I'm shooting burst, sporty, high-speed thing. That makes more sense. So this camera itself, X-T3, exactly the same as the X-T2, as I remember. The grip should be, I think the grip is the same as well. Function button on front, wheels, yeah, same thing. Of course, got all these styles, that's lovely. I prefer these much more than PASM mode. You just put on your setting, easy, isn't it? Look at that. At the back, you got this is the touch screen, and then it tilts up, tilts down, and tilt this way so that you can do like vertical, like that. Too bad it don't flip to the front like the X-T100. I was hoping X-T3 got that. But this is just what Fujifilm picked it for. This is better than for vertical shooting. I get that. Oh, really important. Oh, dual card slots. I'm only using one. It's fine. Now both support UHS-2 card just like this. Especially when you're shooting video with this 400 megabit per second. You really need a UHS-2 card. Remote and, well, forgot to mention that it is obviously it's got a mic in and then a headphone jack. Charge with USB 2, USB-C. Charge with USB-C, HDMI, and then not charge with HDMI, that's just HDMI. And this door, you can remove it. So it's better for video shooting in studio on a rig. one of the biggest improvement on this is the AF performance. Now got 425 AF points. Before, X-H1 only got 325. Well, it's not crazily amount of AF point because like a Canon EOS R got like what, 5,000? Stupid amount.
Still, we haven't taken one single shot as we like to complain a lot. Blame it to nothing happening around us. So when all else failed,
We just still end up back towards the area for actually some photos to take photos of. Now that's the screen. It's good for that.
Fujifilm is always good at color rendering. Well, they have been making films for decades. Metering is also great. These are all taken with auto exposure.
Actually nowadays it's almost like no surprises the mirrorless focus as quick as DSLR. So responsive, snappy, just you press, it do it. And especially this 23mm is not their later, more newer lens anyway, so it's not even the fastest focusing lens. But the shutter sound, the shutter noise is pretty soft, pretty gentle. Of course, it still not compare. It can't compare to X-H1. That was just almost sounds like a leaf shutter. But yeah, X-H1 is so quiet as a normal shutter.
Yes. That's. You had a nice.
Somebody got a new camera to play with.
Right
Yes.
there. Fuji meetup. Those are quite capable.
It is amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I agree.
If you thought bumping into a Fuji ambassador is random,
Fujifilm makeup.
Everybody
makeup meetup.
in
Colonia.
Fujifilm.
Wow, everyone got X-T3.
What did you do?
Free X-T3.
yeah.
What the fuck?
3 of them, of the 3.
What the hell?
That could be the thumbnail.
now this is random.
Yeah. Right, as we have to test the X-T3 spot capability, we need something high speed. So conveniently, it's just over there.
Lock's gonna
Unlock it. I'm gonna,
Lock's gonna unlock.
Yeah.
Bike.
rent bike. An error has occurred while renting a bike. Great. Oh, it's actually flashing unavailable. Oh damn, it's a broken one.
So bike sharing is all the same, not just Hong Kong.
Oh, available. 1174. Yay. Continuous high. Let's start with mechanical shutter. And then AFC custom setting. Set 3 for accelerating, decelerating subject. FPS, electronic shutter, not electronic, mechanical.
We probably don't have the right lens to test. The X-T3 simply got all the shot in focus. Compared to a simple test I've done for X-H1, it still missed a few shots here and there. It might be a particularly sunny day, but when this is not even intended as a spot camera, this kind of performance is indeed more than enough.
Oh, not sponsored. Not sponsored. It's quite interesting. In Cologne, the bus and train company also own these bikes as well. So all owned by them.
No, not that interesting.
Electronic shutter.
Electronic.
Let's start with 20 FPS.
20 FPS electronic shutter. X-H1 can only do 14. And again, all of them in focus.
And there's no black out. It's when I'm shooting, it's actually really smooth.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. almost like A9.
No, you find a blackout.
No viewfinder
Just so
panel.
smooth. It's just like watching a movie.
Yeah. It's like watching the wheel
Yes.
in real life.
So that's pretty good, isn't
Okay.
it?
30.
Yeah, you got 20. Okay. Ooh, Locke wants to go big. Go big or go home. Do-do, 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 do-do. Do-do-do-do. Let's go a bit wavy. Bit wavy, wavy.
Unfortunately, I only found out during editing it wasn't doing 30 FPS. It could be AF priority settings, but I won't know until I borrow it again to find out.
But you can't really feel any difference between boost and not boost. Maybe it got more in-focus photos. Not sure. We have to look at it in the computer.
Yeah, we'll have a look. But I mean, it feels even in normal mode is really quite impressive. This is a mirrorless camera. This is a kind of quite affordable. It's not too expensive. It's not the XH1.
Even looks like a film camera.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the kind of weird thing is this classically designed retro style camera.
Yeah.
But
it's
yeah,
supposed to be a stylish camera, but then it's so powerful.
30 FPS. That's just it's crazy.
Yeah, it's movie.
Yeah. Okay. So is that it?
I think so.
Oh.
Oh no, look. Oh.
Keeping up the wow factor, it shoots 4K 60p at 10-bit 420 internally. 422 output via HDMI. It's neck and neck with GX5 using a bigger sensor. Shooting at 4K 25 or 30p, it even used the whole width of the sensor. Of course, internal F-lock. It also benefits from 10-bit file. It's free from artifact unlike 8-bit files. I had shot video with it full day the day before. One thing I really want to find out is, does auto exposure change smoothly? Looks like auto ISO changed smoothly. Too bad just not aperture changes. Still. Autofocusing works well though. I don't seem to find the same problem of it focusing on the background like my Sony A7S II or GH5 with old firmware. Sometimes it takes a bit long to focus on something close, so I think it's not as good as Canon, quite obviously, but it works most of the time. Still, if you mostly shoot with manual exposure, the video spec is one of the top around mirrorless camera.
That's pretty impressive. 4K, 60p, 10-bit, 420. But you know, I don't think that you're not going to see too much of a difference with things like YouTube.
No, probably more different between 8-bit and 10-bit if you are doing log file.
Yeah.
So it's quite kind of crazy because Fujifilm kind of like they never emphasize this is good for video, but they just like effortlessly just win.
But this is quite a sweet spot because although GH5 does 4K, 10-bit, 60p, 420 internal, this does the same, but it's got Super 35 sensor.
Yeah.
So it's more, you know, those video geeks, cinematography geeks, they'll be like, oh, Super 35, yeah.
Super 35,
Micro Four Thirds.
Also, what I like about not just about the spec, it has separate setting for video and still.
Yes.
Because you can have separate AFC setting for video and still. You can have different film simulator. So when you switch to video mode, it automatically switch to that settings. And it got a totally light. Bro, it got a light.
Can you switch off?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can set it up as, is it on, is it constant on, or is it blinking? You can set separately the front or the back.
Okay.
So it looks like the X-T3 is so amazing it exceeds expectation. The only thing I'm confused about is what does it mean for the more expensive XH1? Yeah, the XH1 has better grip, in-body stabilization and a top LED screen, but the X-T3 does everything else better and cheaper. But still, I think both X-T3 and XH1 are nothing less around all the new shiny full-frame cameras. Once again, thank you Squarespace for sponsoring this channel. If you're thinking of making a website, portfolio, online store, think about getting it with Squarespace, and if you do, use this link for 10% off.
Da, 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 da. Danger zone. Woo!